you're trying to get lean, leaner than most people, 8 to 12%. And that is not easy, but we can make the process easier, which is where these 10 tips come into play, starting with the most obvious. If you're not burning fat, you can forget about getting shredded. In order to burn fat, we need to be in a calorie deficit. First, you gotta know how many calories you need to maintain your current weight. Body weight times 15. After you have this number, you're gonna subtract by 500. But if you're already a bit lean, meaning lower than 15% body fat, meaning you're able to see your abs and maybe some veins, then only do a deficit of 300 calories. We wanna burn fat and lose weight, but we need to do it slow. The lower we are on body fat, the more it's gonna be demanding on the body. Burn fat, but do it slow. Fast food is convenient, but you have goals. You're trying to get shredded, and we're not gonna get there if we go get fast food and eat 1,000 plus calories. And even when you do have fast food, you don't stay full for long, if you even get full. Not only is cooking at home great for getting shredded, but it's budget friendly. It's easier to count how many calories we're taking in when we know what ingredients are actually going in. Accuracy. That's what we want and need to get lean. Keep track. The leaner you're trying to get, the more we need to be diligent on how many calories we're taking in. You're not gonna get shredded by accident. Even genetics can't work that kind of magic for everyone. We're gonna be cooking at home, so it's gonna be easy to know how many calories we're taking in. And since we're going to the grocery store and looking at the nutritional label, which you do need to do, we know how many calories we're taking home before we've cooked or opened a package. But to be even more accurate, we need the fourth tip. Buy a food scale and weigh out your food. For even more accuracy, we want to know how many grams you're actually taking in. Just because the package says 140 calories doesn't mean it's 140 calories. It's all about the serving size, and to be accurate on that, we need to weigh it out. Let's leave the kitchen for a bit. Let's say you don't weigh out a meal, and you're not entirely sure how many calories you ate. It could be 500 or 800. It happens. We're not aiming for perfection. So far we're focused on taking in, but not burning off calories. And that's why we need to do some form of cardio, and getting in at minimum 30 minutes. That could be running, biking, swimming, or some sport. Or, if you really don't want to sweat that much, get in 15,000 steps a day. We're trying to get shredded, so we need to burn off some calories. You need to save your calories for actual meals. We want to stay full, and if we drink our calories, we don't get that filling effect. But there are some drinks that you can have. Sugar-free drinks, diet soda, or sparkling water. There's still flavor, just without the calories. The leaner you are, the more times hunger's gonna come knocking your way. But being shredded doesn't mean starving. You can still eat a lot. You just gotta pick the right food groups. 3 things to look for in low-calorie dense foods. 1. The weight of the food compared to the calories. You can have 1 pound of chicken and hit your protein intake and still have 75% of calories left for other meals. Whereas if you eat 1 pound of cookies, you're gonna be 3 times over your calorie needs. 2. The volume of food compared to calories. Can it fill up a basketball-sized plate and still be low calorie? If so, you found the right food group for you. 3. Taste. High-calorie dense foods are higher in fat and sugar, while lower-calorie foods tend not to have as much flavor. We can fix this by adding sugar-free sauces or even hot sauce. The flavor is necessary if you want to stick with the diet. Here are some low-calorie dense foods that you can try. If we want to make getting shredded sustainable, we can't get bored of our diet, and you won't. You just need to be creative. You can do a lot with just plain chicken breast. Shred it up and make some tinga, or ensalada, which is chicken, light mayo, and canned vegetables. Or make a spicy chicken sandwich at home. You can even make desserts at home. Take no-fat Greek yogurt, a scoop of protein powder, and put it into a blender. Grab a handful of ice or frozen berries and a splash of almond milk, and you have protein ice cream. Get creative with your recipes to make the diet sustainable. You don't always want to cook, so set a time during the week and meal prep for the next 3 to 4 days. You can either make the same meal for those 3 to 4 days, or use one ingredient and get creative. If you want to successfully get shredded, meal prep. Make sure you're getting in plenty of protein. Not only is it making the diet easier, since protein is filling, but our body also needs protein to sustain our muscle size. Just 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. We also want to take in fiber, because fiber is filling, and it's slow digesting. You're going to stay full for longer. These are leafy greens, certain vegetables, and even berries. Get in enough protein and plenty of fiber to make getting shredded easy. If you're not looking to get shredded, but still lose some body fat, you can still follow some of these tips. Just make sure that whatever tips you use, it's sustainable to you. Now for an 11th bonus tip, keep busy. Find a hobby. The more times you're just laying around, the more times hunger will come your way. Now follow some or all of these tips to make getting shredded easy. If you find any of these tips useful, go ahead and subscribe. There's way more videos just like this coming soon. Hasta luego.